Look at your driveway, right now. That shiny piece of metal sitting there? That isn't a car. That is a vampire. It is sucking the life out of your bank account. It is drinking your future. It is draining your freedom, drop by drop, every single month. For the last 3 years, you have been fed a lie. You were told that cars are assets. You were told that you could drive a brand new truck for free because used prices were skyrocketing. You were told that debt was cheap and that you deserved the leather seats because you work hard. That party is over. The lights just turned on. And the hangover is going to be brutal. My name is Brock. And today, I am going to show you why the car market has officially broken. I am going to explain why 2026 is the year of the Repo Man. I am going to show you why 20% of you are effectively paying a mortgage payment just to drive a Ford F-150 to a job you hate. And I am going to tell you exactly what to do to escape this trap before it crushes you. Let's look at the data. It is ugly. It is catastrophic. In late 2025 and entering 2026, the number of new car payments over $1,000 a month hit a record high of 20.3%. Let that sink in. 1 in 5 people buying a new car right now is writing a check for $1,000 a month for a car, not a house, not a business, not an appreciating asset. For a box of metal, glass, and plastic that loses value every time the wheels turn. Do you understand what $1,000 a month actually represents? That is $12,000 a year? That is $60,000 over 5 years? If you earn $60,000 a year after tax, you are working 2 full months of every single year just to pay for the privilege of driving to work. You are a slave to your commute. And that is just the payment. That doesn't include the gas, that doesn't include the maintenance, and it definitely doesn't include the insurance. In 2026, car insurance rates have exploded, so that $1,000 payment is actually a $1,300 monthly liability. You are bleeding out, and you think it's normal because your neighbor is bleeding out too. But the payment isn't even the scary part. The payment is just the symptom. The disease is the negative equity. This is the silent killer of the American middle class. Right now, 29.3% of all trade-ins are underwater. That means almost 1 in 3 people trading in a car owe more on the loan than the car is actually worth. This is a state of emergency. And how deep is the hole? The average amount of negative equity has hit an all-time high of over $7,000. Let me explain how this trap destroys your life. Let's say you are John. John bought a truck 3 years ago for $50,000. He put nothing down. He took an 84-month loan because he wanted a low payment. Today, that truck is worth $30,000, but because of the interest, John still owes $37,000 to the bank. John is trapped. He has a $7,000 gap. He can't sell the truck because he doesn't have the cash to bridge the difference. He is a prisoner in his own vehicle. So what does John do? He gets bored. He wants the new model. He goes to the dealership, and the dealer, with a big smile, says, "No problem, John. We will just roll that negative equity into your new loan." This is financial suicide. John buys a new $50,000 truck, but his loan is for $57,000. He is now paying interest on a car he doesn't even own anymore. He is compounding debt on a depreciating asset. He is digging a hole so deep that he will never, ever see the sun again. The banks know this is happening, and they are starting to panic. Delinquency rates, people who are more than 60 days late on their payment, are projected to stay at elevated, dangerous levels through the end of 2026. The repo trucks are running 24/7. And let me tell you something about the Repo Man in 2026. He doesn't need to chase you. Modern cars are connected. They have GPS. They have remote kill switches. If you miss 2 payments, the bank doesn't send a letter. They just turn your car off. You wake up, you have coffee, you walk out to go to work. And your car is a brick. That is the reality of the subscription economy. You don't own anything. You are just renting your lifestyle from the bank. But here is the twist. While you are broke, the dealers are desperate. During the pandemic, dealers were kings. They had no cars. They could charge you $10,000 over MSRP, and you thanked them for it. Now, the tables have turned. The lots are full. Inventory levels are normalizing, but for some brands, it is a disaster. Brands like Jeep and Ram are sitting on massive supplies. They are drowning in metal. They are desperate to sell. They will offer you 0% APR. They will offer you cash back. Do not fall for it. A bad deal at 0% interest is still a bad deal. Buying a depreciating asset that you don't need just because the financing is cheap is not smart. It is marketing. They are trying to offload their bag onto your shoulders. Don't be the bag holder. And what about the future? What about electric vehicles? If you bought a Tesla or an EV 3 years ago thinking it was an investment, I have bad news. Used EV prices are expected to drop another 5 to 10% in late 2026. Why? Because the technology moves too fast. Buying a used EV is like buying a used iPhone 6. The battery is degraded. The software is old. The range is worse. The market is flooded with off-lease EVs, and there are no buyers. If you own one, you are holding a melting ice cube. This is the part where most people tune out, because the math hurts. This is the car poor epidemic. I see guys making $60,000 a year driving a $60,000 truck. They work 40 hours a week. They stress about money. And why? Just to pay for the machine that gets them to the job that causes the stress. It is a slavery cycle. It is a closed loop of misery. You need to understand the opportunity cost of that car payment. If you have an $800 car payment, that is $800 you are not investing. Let's do the math. If you took that $800 a month and put it into the S&P 500, and you did that for 30 years, and you got a standard 8 to 10% return, do you know how much money you would have? $1.7 million. Look at your truck. Look at your SUV. Is it worth $1.7 million? Is looking cool at a red light for 30 seconds worth retiring 10 years early? Is the new car smell worth your children's college fund? No. It is stealing your wealth. It is stealing your legacy. So, what is the strategy? How do we escape the matrix? If you are nodding your head right now, if you feel that knot in your stomach because you know I'm talking to you, here is the plan. Step 1. The repo audit. Stop hiding from the truth. Log into your bank account, look at your loan, write down the payoff amount, then go to kbb.com. Find the private party value of your car. Subtract the two numbers. If the number is negative, you are in the danger zone. You are underwater. This is a financial emergency. Stop eating out. Stop buying clothes. Stop subscribing to Netflix. You need to attack that negative equity with a vengeance. Put every extra dollar towards that principle until you are above water. You cannot sell the car until you bridge the gap. Step 2. Sell the vampire. Once you are above water, sell it. Do not trade it in. The dealer will rip you off. They need to make a profit. Sell it privately. Put it on Facebook Marketplace. Put it on Craigslist. You will get 15 to 20% more money selling it yourself than trading it to a dealer. Take the cash. Pay off the loan. Get the title. And feel the weight of the world lift off your shoulders. Step 3. Embrace the beta. You ask, but Brock, what will I drive? I can't take the bus. You will drive a beta. You will take $5,000 or $8,000 cash, and you will buy a 10-year-old Toyota Corolla, or a Honda Civic, or a used Camry. Does it look cool? No. Does it have heated seats? Probably not. Does it have Apple CarPlay? Who cares? Buy a phone mount. You drive that ugly, reliable, boring car, and you take that $800 a month that was going to the bank, and you pay it to yourself. You stack it. You invest it. In 24 months, you will have $20,000 cash. Then, if you want, you can upgrade. You can buy a nicer car. With cash, you never pay interest on a depreciating asset again. Step 4. The 3-year rule. If you must buy a newer car in the future, never buy new. The moment you drive a new car off the lot, you lose 10 to 15% of its value instantly. Let some other sucker take that hit. Let the rich guys who are trying to impress their neighbors lose that money. You buy the car when it is 3 years old. It has taken the depreciation hit. It is still reliable. It still looks good. This is how wealth is built, not by earning more, but by wasting less. Today, That truck is worth $30,000. But because of the interest, John still owes $37,000 to the bank. The 84-month loan is a trap for the mathematically illiterate. The dealership is not your friend. The finance manager is not your friend. They are hunters. You are the prey. They are counting on your insecurity. They are counting on your need to keep up with the Joneses. But guess what? The Joneses are broke. The Joneses are underwater. The Joneses are one missed paycheck away from the Repo Man taking their driveway ornament. Don't be the Joneses. Be free. Drive a paid-off car. Sleep like a baby. The car market is broken. Don't let it break you. I'm Brock. Sell the truck. I'll see you in the next one.